too good. It just ain't biting.
How long you been at it?
Oh, about 2 or 3 minutes. And all I caught is this lousy boot. Well, I might be the greatest fisherman, but I've wet a line a few times and know there are a few guidelines for successful fishing. First, you have to have the right equipment, the right pole and reel. You also must fish for use the right bait or lure. So you try one. If that one doesn't work, you try another. Knowing about the fish you're trying to catch helps. What is its natural food and what kind of habitat? What is the fish's habits? Where do they go and what do they do? Choosing the right location and time also is important. Finding out when and where they're biting and then going after them. Fishing is a skill and it takes time to develop that skill. Most of all, fishing takes patience and persistence. We started this series with a fishing story from Matthew and Mark's Gospel, but Luke tells a different story. Some think that it might have occurred even before Matthew and Mark's story. Luke describes how Jesus commandeers Peter's fishing boat in order to use it as a floating pulpit. So after teaching a while, Jesus decides to school Peter in fishing. Peter is skeptical. First of all, how could a carpenter tell him anything about fishing? And second, Peter and his buddies had been out all night with no luck. Nevertheless, when Jesus commands Peter to let down his nets on the other side, Peter reluctantly obeys. As soon as he does, the water begins to churn and the nets start to brim with fish. They become so full that they begin to break. Peter and Andrew call to James and John, their partners, to come and help them. And as they fill their boats with their catch, the boats begin to sink. This miraculous event obviously catches the attention of Peter. And so he throws himself to his knees before Jesus in complete surrender. This rough, tough fisherman himself gets caught by Jesus, the great fisherman. Luke ends this story the same way Mark and Matthew do, by Jesus saying, "From now on you will catch men." It seems like a natural part of discipleship process. That once we get caught by Jesus, he sends us out to catch others for him. On this final session, let's spend some time examining the idea of catching people. And remember what Jesus said, the fields are ripe with harvest. Or did he mean that the lake is stocked for some good fishing?
Hey! I'll get you! I'll get you! I will catch you for Jesus! Yeah! I got a big one here! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Man, it's a big one!
What are you doing,
Man, I'll
Cletus?
bring this one to church tomorrow! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Let me out of this, Cletus! Let me out!
I got you for Jesus, you know. You're coming to church with me tomorrow.
I come to church, just let me out! I don't think this is what they mean.
You're stuck for good.
Where do you learn to preach?
Yeah, he's hooked good. We should gaff him too, don't you think?
This ain't hooked on phonics. This is hooked on the shirt. Now, mind your fishing.
Oh well.